celebrations have been breaking out all around the world. People danced at the stroke of midnight in Auckland, New Zealand. 1 million people lined the shores of Sydney, Australia for a spectacular fireworks display. In the Big Apple, as we've just seen, 1 million or more expected to cram into Times Square, where midnight is now just 4.5 hours away. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jim Brennan.
And I'm Elisa Streeter. Happy New Year's Eve to all of you. The countdown to 2000 is in its final hours. Festivities are already underway throughout the capital region, and News 10 will bring you to many of them throughout the night.
About an hour ago in Albany, the revelers there were treated to a fireworks show to kick off the opening ceremonies, the first of 2 fireworks displays tonight in the city for the Millennium 2000 celebration. And that's where we begin. News 10's John McLoughlin joins us live from out front of the Pepsi Arena. John.
Yeah, Jim, I'm here on South Pearl Street. The celebration here much smaller than at Times Square, but nonetheless, it is still very, very enthusiastic. As I say, on South Pearl Street, we can turn the camera. You're going to see a whole bunch of tents there, 3 large heated tents. If you listen a little bit, we might be able to let you hear some of the boogie-woogie blues coming out of one of the tents, the swing tent, the closest one to us here. All of these tents will be rocking all night long. One of them has shows for kids continuously, the Stars tent, and the others will have swing music and rock music and so on. All of them going all night long. Now, as you mentioned, Jim, going into this, the fireworks display was just about an hour ago up in front of City Hall. We've got some videotape we'd like to show you now of the big fireworks display that went on up there. And this was something new for New Year's Eve in the city of Albany. It used to be, of course, that it was the fireworks display that capped everything off at midnight. And indeed, we will have a giant fireworks display coming up at midnight when we enter the new millennium, the new century, the new year. But this was a display up in front of City Hall, in between City Hall and the state capitol tonight. And it was really a good thing for kids because some of these families, I think, are going to want to leave. They've got young children with them. An awful lot of families going in here with strollers and youngsters going into the tents and coming down to the arena for the entertainment down here tonight. And the kids got to see some fireworks if indeed their parents want to take them home at about 10 o'clock. Now, right about now, 7:30, Roberta Flack is supposed to go on stage in the Pepsi Arena. Everybody who is outside, we can see a whole bunch of people moving up the stairs going into the Pepsi Arena up there. And that's where we're going to go right now. We're going to try and catch a little bit of Roberta Flack to show you a little bit later in our coverage, Jim.
All right, thanks very much, John.
Okay, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Enjoy your evening. You know, there are thousands of people also jamming the streets of Saratoga Springs. Special first night on tap there as well.
And Tracy Egan has been there all afternoon watching the energy build as midnight approaches, and she joins us live now from Saratoga. Tracy.
Have some great energetic people with me right now. The last time I spoke to you, it was 5:27. I had to make it up to Skidmore College for the beginning of a road race, and I just made it. There were some 500 runners taking part in the Saratoga first night run. You admire them for running like that. They have plenty of energy left over to come downtown and see what's happening here. Lots of entertainment on the streets. The city's all dressed up. But most people decide they can be casual and go to Saratoga Music Hall, take in the entertainment there. There's the Saratoga City Ballet. The house was packed for that. I've got to tell you, there was not an empty seat, standing room only. What a good job they did. There's music, entertainment for whatever kind of taste you have. It's here in Saratoga Springs. We're going to go catch some more venues this evening, and we'll get back to you later.
All right. Thank you, Tracy.
Well, while so many people are out into the streets and heading to their Y2K celebrations, there are, of course, others who are hunkered down in a bunker, keeping eye on whatever Y2K problems may occur.
At New York's Y2K Command Center, officials are poised if anything goes wrong, from electricity to transportation. Steve Ammerman is there, and he joins us live now. Steve.
Elisa, they're busy at work in anticipation of the big midnight deadline, and they're saying here if what's going on around the world is any indication, or should we say what's not going on around the world, if that's any indication, then we should be in the clear tonight. And Governor George Pataki is confident that that is the case. He toured the center around here about 3 o'clock this afternoon here at the State Office Complex. He thanked members of more than 20 different state agencies and others who spent months planning to make New York Y2K compliant. Here they're taking in information from utilities to critical care facilities around the state, and they're ready to respond to any emergency. And while they don't think there will be any emergencies, they say they still must be prepared.
To the people of New York, I just want to say have a great New Year's. No state is better prepared. If there is any problem, we have the ability to deal with it promptly and effectively, and people should just spend the night with their families and enjoy the end of the millennium, the beginning of the new millennium, and a great year 2000 for the people of New York and the people of the world.
Governor Pataki will be enjoying that with his family in downtown Albany. And that's the latest from the State Command Center. Reporting to you live in Albany, Steve Ammerman, News 10.
Thank you, Steve.
Thanks, Steve. We have much more straight ahead, including one of the biggest competitions this century.
Oh, baby, baby, baby. What a race it is, so stay with us.
Heard about a 5K a little while ago. 5K. Where's my head? There's another race that's been underway now, 9 months in the making, give or take a few hours of labor.
A little more painful to get there. Who will bear the first baby of 2000 in the Capital Region? It's a story Melissa Sander is following for News 10. She joins us live from St. Peter's Hospital in Albany. Anybody close, Melissa?
Well, we are checking with all the area hospitals waiting for that first baby of the new millennium here in the Capital Region. Could it be the woman who is in labor right now here at St. Peter's Hospital, or could it be one of the 3 women in labor over at Albany Med, or could it be someone else? At Bellevue Hospital in Niskayuna, Sunny Park waits for her millennium baby. Sunny, have you picked out her name?
Yeah, she's name is Joy.
The midnight goal is strong enough that Sunny opted for an extra push, literally, by having her labor induced. At Saratoga Hospital, Avery Rose Lowe arrived a bit early, 8:46 this morning, marking a lifelong milestone.
This whole past month, we've been seeing stories of people that were born in 1899 and are living over 100 years old and interviewing them and stuff. I just hope that she can live that long and get interviewed 100 years from now.
Generally, the birth rate is down about 8% in the Capital Region, but the past couple of weeks have been busy in all the hospitals.
The young parents are already thinking past this millennium craze about instilling 20th century values in their 21st century children.
We should instill hard work, dedication to her.
Just want her to know the value of the life.
Now, ABC News reported that a New Zealand couple has been identified as the parents of the world's first new baby of the millennium, but of course that is up for debate, so we're waiting on... What? There are 3 women in labor now at St. Mary's in Amsterdam? Gotta go back to the baby mobile. See you later.
Of course New Zealand would have the first. They turned first. Thanks, Melissa. Right now, let's see who won the lottery, though. We'll go live.
Tonight's lottery drawing is sponsored by your Upstate Ford dealers.
It's New York Lottery's numbers and Win 4 drawings, observed by an auditor from KPMG.
Good evening. It's Friday, December 31st, 1999. I'm Judith Ornstein. Now here's tonight's number. The first ball up is 7. The next is 8. And the last is 3. Making tonight's number 783. Here's Kimberly Chapman with Win 4.
Thank you. Now for tonight's Win 4 number. The first ball up is 2. The next is 4. The next is 4, and the last is 5. Making tonight's Win 4 number 2445. Thank you and good night.
And now, for those of you who have not yet seen them, the $100 million Millennium Millions numbers.
That's right. The drawing was held a little more than an hour ago live on News 10. It was from Times Square. If you missed it, get out your tickets. We're going to give you the numbers right now. 8, 23, 38, 39, 46, and Millennium Million Ball 14. Now, to be sure to tune in, you want to be sure to tune in tomorrow when News 10 will air a special 1-hour report, by the way, beginning at 7 o'clock, because the lottery directory will join us live when it's expected that she's going to reveal if there were any winners and where they were from.
And how many there are, if there are.
Yeah, and if not, then it rolls over and you get another chance next week. So.
A lot of happenings next door. We have the station get-together.
We're having the party here since we're working.
Now, did you guys bring anything for it? I know I was supposed to bring...
You blew it. I was supposed to bring crackers, plus I brought my husband's incredible cheesecake. You were going to bring the cheese and pepperoni. Nothing. Nada.
I brought the appetite.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, he didn't even consider bringing anything.
I'll have the crackers plain. Let's check the first night forecast for those of you that will be out at midnight. In these selected cities, it's going to be basically dry. There may be some flurries in the southern Adirondacks, and temperatures in the mid to upper teens to the north, and about 20 in Albany and Chatham, 19 degrees at Pittsfield. Times Square at midnight, it will be mostly clear, and for them, not cold, at about 35 degrees. Good news with the weather front tonight, as it's very quiet everywhere across the country. Here's our northeast satellite picture this evening, and we have a little bubble of high pressure over us, so there's not much wind tonight, and the temperatures will be in the teens and low 20s. This little clipper will produce a little bit of light snow, in fact, some flurries. Now moving into the western Adirondacks around Watertown, and some of these flurries will move across the North Country during the first part of tonight. 22 at Glens Falls, 14 Saranac Lake, 38 in New York City, and 30 over at Boston's Logan Airport. Look at the weather across the entire country on this New Year's Eve. No big storms and no bitter cold. Temperatures are well above normal. And for the all-important New Year's weekend forecast, a mild surge of air coming in for tomorrow, and there may be a disturbance to the west of us that could give us some showers later this weekend for Sunday, but in general, it's going to be a way above normal New Year's weekend forecast. It's the way we like it, right? All right, forecast, it looks like this for tonight. Partly cloudy and not too cold. Temperatures teens to lower 20s. And for New Year's Day tomorrow, partly sunny, mild, 40 to 45 for south to southwest wind. And let's check your 5-day forecast. On Sunday, it will tend to cloud up. If we get some showers Sunday, it would be later in the afternoon, about 48 degrees, way above normal. And then turning cooler Monday night into Tuesday, and we may have some light snow on Wednesday with a temperature of 29 degrees. The bottom line is, of course, everybody's out and about tonight, and the weather's cooperating. No ice, no snow, and it's not going to be real bad temperature-wise.
All right, that's certainly good, because we've had some cold ones before.
And I'll look for the pepperoni, okay?
Yeah, go buy some.
New Year's Eve is traditionally a busy day in college football. This year is no exception.
Murph will be here with all the scores and highlights when we return.
Next, News 10 Sports with Dan Murphy.
Tomorrow's the big bowl day, but today's a bowl day, too.
In case you're wondering, I brought the decorations.
Yeah, no food, but decorations.
My contribution. Don't tell the Boston College Eagles that there's no such thing as the Y2K bug, only theirs hit a few hours early. BC ran into more than a glitch in today's Insight.com ball. They crashed and burned against Colorado. Cortland Johnson with the Buffalo's first TD. Colorado would return 3 BC passes for touchdowns in the first half. The Eagles are buffaloed 62-28. Sun Bowl much more competitive. Late fourth quarter, Oregon down 3. Duck QB Joey Harrington. It's Keenan Howry for the game-winning TD. Oregon beats Minnesota 24-20. 2 other bowl games today and tonight. Third quarter, Southern Miss leading Colorado State, and they'll kick off the Independence Bowl in Shreveport at 8:30. Off the field, college football's top defensive player, Penn State linebacker LeVar Arrington, has made the decision to pass up his senior year with the Nittany Lions and turn pro.
I just think there's nothing left for me to prove at the college level. I think I've done all I can do.
University of Texas head coach Mack Brown has suspended 4 players, including 2 starters for Saturday's Cotton Bowl. Those players broke team rules. We will wrap up with a couple of memorable moments from the final sports day of the 1900s. Muhammad Ali, the most influential athlete of the 1900s, was on hand this morning to ring the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange. And here's the winner of the last first night 5K of the 1900s, Jeff Brooks of Guilderland, winning that race about an hour ago in a time of 15 minutes and 30 seconds. Tanya Dodge of Albany was the women's top finisher. Congratulations to all who ran and to the winners.
Thank you, Murph. We're going to rejoin ABC now for more first night festivities from around the world. We'll be back here at 11. Hope you'll join us then. Have a good night and a safe night.
Good night, everyone.